tiny home, a tiny cabin, is harder than I thought it was gonna be. If you're new here, I recently bought 15 acres in the mountains of British Columbia because it was cheaper than a one-bedroom apartment. Now we're renovating our tiny cabin, learning to build with resources from the land, and figuring out how to live a little bit more sustainably, one project at a time. Today we're turning this mess of a sea can into organized chaos. We gotta get everything out so we can put some used cabinets in and get our stuff actually accessible to be able to use and build. I'm drowning in our things, so we have to do some organization. That's heavier than some of the doors I've been lifting. I'm trapped. There's a lot of space on this property, but zero infrastructure. We've slowly been moving our stuff from Kelowna over the last few weeks. And in about 2 weeks, we'll have all of our stuff here and be able to know what we have to build so that we can comfortably house all this stuff, all while doing renovations. This is just a bunch of junk I have to take to the dump. If anyone knows what all those cut up hoses are, let me know. I think they're for a watering system, but I don't know. Escargot. I'm MacGyvering a platform.
What'd you put back on that end?
Huh?
Big log back there?
Yeah, but I need a shorter log.
And take some sick jumps? I really think these were nice and organized when I put them away last.
Yeah, remember when I cleaned off the roof? No. Yeah, I did that.
This is why we need a Blue powder bank.
Oh, did you say you need a Bluetti? Okay.
We need this side of the sea can accessible for all of our garbage.
Junk and garbage this side.
And then this side is going to be organized. So
Tools.
4 cabinets up top.
Okay.
With open space for a shelf above. Enough room for us to slide all of our tools underneath still. With a workbench, maybe 2 workbenches, and a charging station for all of our batteries.
I can't even pick this up, but Parker has this wood table that he made into a coffee table. That's gonna be the new workbench. This is a sea can, so we don't wanna just drill straight into this. So we're gonna, by we, I mean Parker, we're gonna frame it all out so the cabinets are not actually screwed into the sea can.
All sea cans have these little U-bolts on them. So I'm hoping to attach my 2x4s right to this, and the weight of the cabinets should keep it tight to the wall. Need more lights in here too.
Oh my gosh, I know, it's so dark. My goal is to get the helmets mounted. This is so exciting. So you think we can store like concrete on top of the
I wouldn't put
cabinets?
maybe concrete can stay on the ground. Okay, good.
Happy Plugs sent these earplugs and they are saving me right now. It's so loud in the sea can when you're screwing.
So, should just stay flush with this bottom corner. So I'm gonna get one screw in first. Okay, and just this side. So watch out so you're not blocking the laser.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way is a nice way of saying that. Look at that.
Look at that.
What I do is I match up this bottom corner and then clamp it.
And then use a 2x4 to hold it up.
I use my human clamp to hold it up after that.
Oh, it looks cool.
Okay, now push up.
I am with all my strength.
All your might. Okay, this.
Go quick.
Down. Okay, right there.
That's what it was. Using this fancy laser level, and it's got a little gimbal in it. Ooh-yah. Ooh-yah. Ugh. I can do it.
That is awesome.
Ta-da! Now I can find your tools. Got these off Amazon so long ago, and I've been wanting to mount our motorcycle helmets for so long. Spiders will get these though, so we gotta keep the covers on. It looks so much better. Today's the day we say goodbye to these makeshift stairs. We gotta get them out of here. Now where are we gonna put all Kira's toys? These are the stairs that lead up to our little storage spot. Whoa, it's dirty under here. Oh wow, this was their office. They had a pull drawer, a printer. Cool. Oh, a stepladder? Yeah, that's where it was. Whoa! There's some hefty mold. I'm glad. I hate living with black mold.
Not bad.
I'll show you what we're gonna build. Okay, this is my beautiful drawing. The bed is over there with the loft. And then we're going to, along this wall, the drawers and cabinets are gonna come out, and then we're gonna build some cabinets under the window and have a big cabinet here where most of our clothes are gonna live, and then some shelving above the window with baskets. This is my drawing. This is Parker's. So, without knowing each other's designs, we drew really similar styles. So it's basically the same thing. Cabinets under the windows, shelving. Because those were our stairs to get up, now we are probably just gonna use a ladder that we're gonna keep in the corner. I'm gonna give you guys an update on our water drinking system. When I first got the place, I didn't really understand the water system as much, and in my tour video, I actually explained it a little wrong. So that is an old well house. It is filled with water, but it just needs to be drained out because it's currently not pumping anywhere. But this is our well. So it's dug deep into the ground, and it's attached to an electrical system which pumps the water up, and then pipes have been dug underground and they lead to the bathhouse, and then again underground to the main cabin. Also, how pretty are these daisies? But the well water needs to be filtered, and our filter that came with the place is giving us a little bit of trouble. So this is the water filtration system that came with it. We changed the filters and the UV light as soon as we moved in, and it's only been a month or two, and we haven't been up here full time, and it's already started to beep and go off and tell us it needs to be changed. We do have a solution for our drinking water, but in terms of like showering water and all that stuff, We gotta figure this out. I definitely want a backup and a second layer of protection for the drinking water. Plus, the water that comes out of the well is hard water, so it leaves residue. This is not dirty. That's just water touching it, and after time, it discolors. It happens on the That also happens in the toilet, and if you use a kettle. The dog's drinking water I have to clean out a lot because if the water sits in there, it leaves that stain. So I've started to use the waterdrop Core RO countertop reverse osmosis system for my main drinking water source. This makes it clean, fresh, and honestly way better. The Core RO is a no-install 5-stage filtration system with a smart touchscreen where you can control water volume and temperature, even dispense instant hot water so you don't have to wait for the kettle. It comes with a portable pure water jug so you could place it in the fridge for later if you wanted. It removes up to 99.9% of impurities, including lead, arsenic, fluoride, chlorine, nitrates, microplastics, and forever chemicals. It's certified, independently tested, and has thousands of reviews. I also wanted something portable and non-electrical, so this is the waterdrop gravity-fed king tank for hosting people or they're camping. I plan on having a designated tent area where guests and family can stay. It's got a 2.25 gallon stainless steel tank. It doesn't use electricity, and it uses coconut carbon filters to clean up taste and to remove chlorine and heavy metals. I love the way it looks. It's tough, it's simple, and it's perfect for guests and outdoor use as well as indoor use. Just for an experiment, I'm gonna pour a Coke into the top and see what color it comes out. Crystal clear. Don't miss your chance this Prime Day. Build your home's smart water system with waterdrop. They're offering up to 35% off, up to $700. It's for a limited time only. Link is in the description. Thank you to waterdrop for sponsoring this portion of the video, and thank you if you guys check it out. So today is a very exciting day. It's the first day that both Parker and I's things are 100% here. Everything we own is either in this tiny cabin. Now remember, it's 16 by 16 feet, or in the shipping container that we made into a workshop. It's been a few days, we went back and got all of our stuff. So the other place is in this trailer or in our trucks. The thing is, the cabin and the shipping container are pretty much already full. So where do we put our things? They're going right here. We're debating between building a storage shed or just buying a build-a-box version, and it's cheaper to do this, and because it's just a temporary solution, this is an 8x10 essentially tin shed, and it's gonna house a lot of our deep storage stuff that we don't need to access every day. Let's do this. Oh, who doesn't have their pocket knife? Oh,
Embarrassing. So Madison thinks 8 hours to build this. I think 3 hours.
okay. I hope it takes 3 hours. The days where Parker's available to help me build things are my favorite days.
Okay, ready?
All the weight on this side sketches me out because this corner is held up by a stump.
Sure is. Oh God. So be sure to build on level ground.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you to whoever built this deck.
Parker's pro tip of the day, cut open the tops. That way it acts as a little box.
I'm gonna put them in my kangaroo pouch. Keep those pro tips coming.
There's big hole and small hole. So big hole goes over small hole.
Thank you, this is the communication I need. Big hole over small hole.
Big hole over small hole.
I learned that excavators, when you're in the cab driving, it's not faster, slower, or a speed gauge. It's turtle and a rabbit.
Turtle and a rabbit. So I just read, it says 2 to 4 people, 2-hour construction.
2 to 4 people, 2-hour construction. Okay, let's start the timer.
Well, it said minimum 2-hour construction, which is kind of a cop-out.
It's 11 o'clock.
Okay, so we're done by lunch.
The delivery driver was great. I had the same one 2 weeks in a row. He knew the drill the second time.
Okay. It's a little short.
Oh no.
Sounds like a horse.
Those squirrels keep him busy all day.
He's still gonna want to walk.
I'm still gonna have to take you fishing.
After all this fun. Okay.
Trying really hard. Dang it. Screw dropped through the crack. No, no! The drill bit!
No! Okay, you're going under. No, I don't.
I fear I just covered it up with leaves.
Oh, I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me how close I am.
You're over it. You know what? I have something for this. Don't you worry.
Do you have a magnet of some sort?
I do.
I'm making him through all his bins. I got it. Oh!
You're done. Oh, they're in the pool.
This is like operation. Darn nabbit! Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
I'm on plastic peeling duty. Okay, it's on. And go. You are not almost done that one. Did you get it all off the edges here?
Yep. Is that your same one?
That's what I'm saying. That this is. Each one of these screws needs a little plastic washer put on before it can be screwed into the roof. The roof is going on, woo! If we didn't have to do these stickers, we may have been done already. Do you want to race to see who can finish their door first?
Whatever.
I've got the harder one, mine's the handle. He's going for it, folks. Dang it, you've already accomplished this part. I feel like the crossbeam's going first.
No, I think you're going after.
Okay. You're right, you're right. Yours goes the other way.
But I don't have holes the other way.
Yeah, all three of these go into one screw.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you say that louder for the camera? Dang it, you beat me. Oh, Parker. Okay, we gotta check in. It's 5:45, so that's 6 hours, 45 minutes with cleanup.
With half an hour for lunch.
Minus half an hour, so about 6 hours.
We were both wrong.
We were both wrong. Now I've got to move all of these bins and a bunch of bins in the sea can and this stuff and put them in our brand new shed. We're gonna keep a little walkway in the middle and then probably line either 6 or 9. Another 6 here. Some more there. Thanks so much for watching. I think I'm gonna end the video here and we will see you in the next one. I think it looks so good.